Alright, yo, welcome to the Chictionary podcast, episode 4. We got a month in, y'all. Y'all ready? Alright, so simply put, right? Today's pod, we're gonna talk about women that are delusional. Alright, unfortunately, for some reason, man, a lot of these ladies, y'all got the game kind of twisted. You know what I mean? How y'all see things, the way y'all see things, or how y'all think things supposed to work is just it's far from reality, right? So we're gonna discuss it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, I'm big on TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm addicted to the Tickety Talk, the Bird app. You know what I mean? And I be on it. And I guess because I do the pod now, I get a lot of information that's based around what women think, how they feel, etc. Ran across this young lady. Her TikTok name is PronouncedKayla. All right, beautiful, beautiful young lady. I believe she's a model and has her own business and things of that nature. But
So on today's episode of things that I noticed about men that I date, men are afraid of death when it comes to me, at least. Because I'm so open about dating other people while I date them until they make a decision about what they want to do with us and with me. I run into a lot of situations where there's no depth. Like, it's not the men. They can probably answer these deep, intricate, futuristic ass questions with other women, but with me, there's no depth. Like, I can ask these amazing get to know you table topic questions and nothing. And I get that. Like, I get like when somebody tells you like, yeah, I do date other people, but I'll add you to the list to see where you fall. I get that, but I have definitely noticed like I get no depth now.
let's welcome the beautiful woman who created the thought process behind this week's episode. You understand what I'm saying? I found you on TikTok, pronounced Kayla. How you doing, love?
I'm good. Happy Sunday. How you doing?
All right, I can't complain. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to,
Good.
change the world one part at a time.
Listen.
All right. So let's
I'm
get
here
straight
with
to
you.
it, right? So, you put out there that you feel like the men that you are attracted to, right? That you decide that you let them. Do you let these guys know, like on the date, that you dating a bunch of men, and that's when you feel like you're not getting what you're looking for back?
So let me just like give like a little pre.
Go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
TikTok video I posted was like it was a series of videos on my Insta story.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um, so for the last couple years that I've been single, I've done a series on Twitter and on Instagram called Kayla Takes Dating. So this is just me talking about like different dating experiences, um, different conversations that I have. But I always let people know that I am completely self-aware and transparent with everybody, no matter how bad it sounds. I don't date a bunch of men all at once, just to disclaim that. But I do go on dates. I love dates. I love going out, whether it's my friend or somebody I'm getting to know. Like, I would probably be a serial dater at one point in my life. Now at 32, not so much. But if I meet somebody and we're in a space where we're talking about, oh, are you dating? Are you dating other people? Absolutely. And until we move forward with the conversation, like, hey, I would like to date you exclusively. I'm not comfortable with you dating other people. I'm not gonna lie and say, no, I ain't dating nobody else. I ain't seeing nobody else. Like, it's just you, because it's not. So
So at what point do you tell a man, I'm not just dating you. This is not exclusive? Because I missed that. You can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ask the question.
Okay, cool. No. You asked me if I can hear you. So that is probably in the beginning. very
First date.
soon in the beginning.
First date.
First, probably first conversation,
Before we
it
go
comes
out.
up because I live in Atlanta, so the conversation is already happening. Do you have a man? Are you seeing somebody? Like that conversation is quick
Okay, so give
because
me the
I
game
need to
on.
know shit.
Give me the game on what you meant by depth.
So what I meant by depth, I have had a dating situation for probably the last 5, 6 months now, where we're really good friends, super good friends, super honest with each other, um, but we haven't really made it past the okay, I'm ready to stop talking to other people phase of it, right? And that's on both sides. So it's me and it's also him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, that kind of sucks because I'm getting closer to a space where I'm about to be like, all right, let me just cut everybody off. And let's just, make it work because I feel like the transparency between me and this person has gotten to a point where it's like now I'm starting to feel away, and majority of the time I don't feel no type of way because I understand as humans I can't control nothing you do, nothing you feel for anybody else, nothing that might develop in the process of me and you. Like, but now I was starting to feel away, so I'm like, damn, like it's starting to feel like we lacking something, and the lack was depth. And I'm like, is it because we've been so transparent up front for these last few months or whatever? Or is it just because we're not supposed to have any depth? So I was like, I'm talking to my homegirls, I'm reflecting, I do this self-reflection. I'm in therapy, like
The
I have
girlfriends are single,
conversations.
or the girlfriends got mans and husbands.
I, my best friends have men, but I do have friends that are single and or dating,
So you
right?
asking single people who hasn't figured it out as well what they think about the situation that you in.
I don't I don't necessarily think it's like asking people who haven't figured it out, because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna figure something out completely. Like you might run into a new phase of something later in a relationship
All right,
that you're
so
in.
let me explain that real quick. When I say figured it out, right?
Please.
What I'm saying to
Mm-hmm.
you is if I'm trying to get to a millionaire status, right? I ask a millionaire the question
Right.
because they figured it out. If I'm trying to get to 100 million, I gotta find somebody who got 100 million because they could tell me they figured it out. If I'm trying to get to $1 billion, the dude who makes 100 million, he might not be able to tell me how to get to a billion because he ain't figured it out.
Correct. Now, I see what you're saying with the analogy. However, it's like we still have to talk about the mistakes or the common situations that may occur
Mm-hmm.
between us.
True.
I'm not always right. And there
Mm-hmm.
are times where I may not move in the most ideal feminine way when it comes to dating. I
Facts.
have friends that aren't honest with male and women friends, like who are not honest with people that they talk to at all. So it's like I have brothers, I have uncles, like
Let
what
me
I'm
ask you a
saying? Like
question. Let
I
me ask
have
you a
men,
question. The girls that are not
yeah.
honest, right? Do you feel like do they feel like they get a little bit further with their with their non-honesty?
I think there's a few. I think it's pretty even though.
You think it's
Like
even?
if I reflect, I think it's pretty even for women, but like my homeboys be getting far as fuck.
It's not the same.
Like
Not the same
they
thing.
getting cooked for real quick.
It's
How
not the
it's
same
not
thing.
though.
It's not the
That's what
same
I
thing.
want to know.
All right. So this was my
How?
take. This was my take, right? For
Mhm.
um for men, we live in a space where
Yeah.
it does not matter how many women we got on our bumper, right? It does not matter
Why?
because that's the world we live in. Y'all want something that is perceived to be valuable by the world, right? But for a man, we value things that are unattainable.
You still not telling me why?
I just did. So for a man, right?
That's
If a man
that's
can
just giving
conquer, if a
me
man
like the
if a man can conquer 100 women, right? The 101 has no issue with the 100 before, right? But if a woman has 100 men, 101 got an issue, right? Because the value is placed on the unattainability of it, right? And it's not even like it's a bad thing. The world that we live in, you could go outside and be like, you could be homeless, you could be dirty, you could be on drugs, right? You're not gonna have no problem finding a man.
right.
But a man, that's not gonna be the same thing. Outside of a woman that's in that same situation, we couldn't. It don't. Jay-Z pulls Beyonce as a billionaire. He does not pull Beyonce as the dude at McDonald's. You turn the situation around, she could still make it out of McDonald's.
So I totally get and receive what you're saying. So, but this doesn't really turn into the conversation that we're having in our real life, right? Like, we not dealing with the billionaires and the Beyonces and the Jay-Z. This, I don't know how old you are. I'm 32. So it's like I'm
36.
32 as a Black woman in pursuit. Okay, so we right there. So it's like I'm in pursuit when dating. Not necessarily of the high value Black man, but I do want a man with depth when it gets to that point, right? Or someone that gives a fuck about himself and has these goals. But I'm not about to be like, oh yeah, y'all, like I'm dating these fucking billionaires. I'm moving up. I'm trying to whatever
Right,
you were saying earlier about the nigga who made 100K, 1 million, all of that. Like, we still have to be able to have these open and honest conversations with
right,
each other. The generations are changing.
Mm-hmm. But all right, so let me give it to you like this. Let me give it to you like this, right? So if we walk down the path of open and honesty when it comes to men and women, right? If I tell you that I got 5 different girls that I'm talking to, right? And then I put you on this roster, right? Because we want to be transparent.
We on this roster, right?
Right? All right. So you somehow made it to the restaurant with me after I told you, baby girl, I'm throwing you on the roster, right? You made it to the restaurant. Cool.
So am I 6 man? And I'm trying to
you number 6.
make it on
you
the
number
court.
6. You number 6.
Okay, I'm 6 man right
you
now.
Absolutely
okay,
number
okay,
6.
okay.
It's 5 already on the top. So you number 6. You say you're gonna accept being number 6. All right, cool. From there, right? 2-3 months later, I'm gonna give you a good timeline. I'm not gonna say that night. 2-3 months later, we start the intimacy, right? Can I get it with no hat?
Hell no.
Why not?
But you also
why not?
You're also insinuating that every person that a woman is talking to, if she's talking to multiple people, is being fucked.
Okay,
you're not fucking if you fucking all 5 of these women, that's a problem up front. I'm not fucking on these niggas. I'm going on dates.
Did we say that?
I'm having conversations.
Did I state that with the 5 I was smashing?
Nah, but you asking 2-3 months no hat, like.
But you assumed it.
Of course.
So why wouldn't a man assume?
Are you not assuming the same thing?
Exactly. So if you with me and you tell me you added me to the roster of men that you are dating, it's no way.
Correct.
I don't think that when I hit, everybody else hit around the same time. Even if I'm wrong.
But are you asking?
You didn't ask me, baby.
Are you asking?
No,
so even after my assumption.
Right,
hell yeah, I'm assuming off rip.
Right,
but I'm still gonna be like, hey yo. But let me finish. When we're having this conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having this one-on-one conversation with you because I'm fucking with you. Just off rip, like, we getting to know each other, we staying. you don't think I'm gonna ask, like, okay, you letting me know you talking to 5 other women.
I love
Are
the
you
change in the
fucking
voice.
with
That's
them?
sexy. Go ahead.
You know, but you know, I'm not gonna be like,
Ladies, that's a
you
tip.
fucking them
That's a tip,
bitches,
ladies. That's a tip.
like, oh, the voice change. Yeah, I'm a customer service you real quick, like,
Facts, facts,
my
facts.
God. But that's also, you know, you don't want to be chastised
Right,
for living your life and doing something and making these choices before I came about.
right.
I'm not here to chastise you. I'm here to get to know you. And if I'm here to get to know you in the most genuine and honest way,
Mm-hmm.
some of these conversations are not going to be the easiest. So yeah, I'm going to be like, hey, of course, nigga, off rip, I'm assuming. I'm like, oh shit, god damn, boy, no. Oh no. He probably fucking all these hoes, he got hoes. But I'm still going to sit down and ask you, as hard and as awkward as that conversation may be,
You gonna
like,
believe me?
okay, cool. Am I going to believe you? It would depend on how, I think that's different for each person, right? So have you already done something moving funny? You know, people move funny. Like,
What's moving funny
people might not
if I told you
necessarily
that I
move
got
funny.
5?
You can still be lying. There are things, like, there's little things that may occur. How's your accountability? Like, you know when somebody fucking with you, you know when somebody lying. Eventually, you gonna start to get them weird feelings, like, you gonna feel the hesitancy. You gonna, you know,
I
you
mean,
know.
what I
Y'all
feel,
move a lot differently than women do.
yeah, we do, but I think it's necessary, right? So
And sometimes the necessary isn't fair.
life ain't fair.
If you're not, life ain't fair, cool. We're giving these generalizations of life ain't fair, but my nigga, when I'm with you, when it's you and I, and we're
But it's
having
not.
this
It's me,
intimate
you, and then
conversation.
5 other chicks, and you got 3 other niggas.
Yeah, but the 5 other chicks and the 3 other niggas ain't in the room with me and you. I'm not giving you the same treatment as everyone else when it's just me and you.
What you mean? Like
Somebody
when we
might like
literally in the
flowers.
room,
Somebody might
or when,
just,
or
yeah.
in
We're
the whole
when we're
relationship
having,
brace.
literally, we're talking about our conversation
Uh-huh.
about our intimacy with however many partners we assume that's going on in the
Right.
mix right now. We're going to have these conversations, but when it's me and you, when it's me and one person
Mm-hmm.
that I'm talking to in that moment, my phone probably in another room. My phone on do not disturb. I'm not doing no
Right, because you
texting.
worried
Like,
about other niggas calling. I got you.
oh, I'm not worried at all.
Because you
I'm
told me they
never
could be
worried
calling.
because you know what's going on, but I would never even allow that situation to happen
So this is
because,
go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead.
well, what I was getting at was, it's a one-on-one thing. So yeah, we know that there's other people. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We know. But in that moment, I'm not talking to you past the fact that you know I'm dating. That's it. I'm not talking to you about Paul, James, Earl,
So I'm
whatever.
left to assume.
I don't know if his nigga's name Earl still, but you know. But
Shout out to Earl.
you know,
Shout out to Earl that's like 8 years old.
you know, I'm not about to be like, yeah, you know, Earl pissed me off today, so I'm here
So
with you hanging out. You know, no, it's not like that. Like,
so
so
I
as
think
I
the
say,
problem is, right?
this is where I was getting at with.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You said
All
I had a
right,
problem.
so I think the problem is, right? Most
Oh, the problem. Okay.
most people, most men, and I think even most women would more than likely assume than have the hard conversation because it's easier, right? So if we generalize, right? Then on top of that,
Absolutely.
then on top of that,
Yeah.
when you're dealing with somebody and you are aware because they have made it very clear to you that it's a bunch of different people in the picture, you kind of going to assume that whatever you're doing with me, you're doing some version of that with somebody else, which I think for most people going to scare the shit out of them. You understand what I'm saying? We lost
Yeah,
feed.
it
So
that's
so I think that's
not
where
good.
your the what you need for the man to give you the depth that you're looking for. That's where the
Yeah,
that's where the hesitancy comes from. That's where the unknowing and unwilling to really push forward is sitting at. You understand what I'm saying? If you've been able to move with me, if I'm dealing with you, I got 5 women on the side. If I'm seeing you every day, if I'm calling you every day, we intimate on a regular basis, right? But you ask me a couple months from now, like, yo, did you cut off your squad and it's just me? And I'm like, what? No, no, everybody's still in position. You not looking at yourself like,
everybody
wait,
still
hold
here.
up. This nigga's a magician. Matter of fact, when we get together, if I decide to make this man my man, he could be cheating on me. I would never know because he's so good at this.
You so are you saying it's a skill?
To be able to balance that many people.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I know most people can't do it. I tell you right now,
yeah.
in my younger years, I was very comfortable with having a slew of women, and I no longer see that as something that I would be interested in entertaining. A side chick, maybe,
Mm,
but an actual like second partner, like a polygamy situation, I don't think I got the energy nor the
yeah,
emotional fortitude to deal with 2 women, especially the type of women I deal with.
right. No, that's fair and that's honest.
You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, I think that I've reached my point. I've gotten to this point because um I've spent a lot of time in relationships
Okay, okay.
and being like just going off assumption and going off, oh, I'm not gonna say shit, I'm not gonna express my different feelings in certain matters, or
Hmm.
if I'm the beginning stages of like talking to somebody and getting to know somebody, like before I turned 30, I was like, oh, they gotta go. Like they gotta
I mean,
go.
but that's
They have
fair
to
before you
go.
turn 30.
I was
That's
like,
fair. That's
shit, they
fair.
gotta go. But now it's like, again, this is me learning myself and also like learning people and learning partners over the years. Like I cannot be criticizing people for their own life experiences, like the
Facts.
stuff that they have going on and how they want to deal with women. But what I won't accept and receive is you feeling like you have to lie to me to keep me. You ain't got to lie to kick it over here. But
So
my
let me ask you
honesty
something.
is,
See
mhm,
yourself, could you see yourself in a poly situation?
no. Somebody asked me that though after the TikTok video,
You know why they asking you
um,
that?
because I can date multiple people. But I feel
No.
like that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, all right, let me tell you a secret, right? You listening? Come close.
I love
You
secrets.
you supposed to date as many people as you comfortable with, right? But if the goal
Right.
is to be exclusive, you telling everybody that is going to set up a situation where you never get to the finish line, right?
For sure. For
Because
sure.
this is
And
how this supposed to work. This is how this supposed to work.
mhm,
I'm interested in you, you interested in me.
right.
We are dealing
Mhm.
with each other on a trial basis to figure out how far we want to take this, right? Outside of
Right.
something unplanned happening, like us having a child, the idea is we're going to marry each other, right? So you're
Mhm.
doing everything to show me what type of wife you would be. I'm doing everything to show you what type of husband I would be. If you got 6 niggas and I got 30 women, we not doing that. We just having a good time when we see each other.
Okay, I receive that, and I get what you're saying about that not giving the exclusivity vibes. I receive that for sure. Um I don't think currently, if I can just be transparent, which I'm always, my current little situations, there's not really a goal. There wasn't really a goal for exclusivity with anyone.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. But I mean, what I would say to you is
Man,
this. I would love for you to choose moving forward to not be as open and honest as far as what goes on outside of that particular person, and allow the space of the one day a week turning into the weekend, turning into Monday and Sunday. No, excuse me, Friday to Sunday, then Friday to Wednesday, then Friday to Friday. You understand what I'm saying? And
that
as
sounds
you
like
need to trim and
a
cut,
situationship occurring.
say what?
I said that sounds like how a situationship can occur.
But that's also how
I'm
relationships
receiving it.
flower.
I'm listening.
But that's also how relationships flower.
Sure. So you don't think that my perspective on it is, and this is just again experience, right? When people weren't honest with me in these stages, and I found out things on the back end, I felt a little bit slighted because I didn't feel like I was given an opportunity to have a choice to be like, hey, I don't want to deal with that. Just with your initial analogy, right? Like, I'm waiting on everybody to jump out the bag. I'm waiting on this one specific thing to jump out the bag. Like, I felt slighted in certain situations where people weren't honest about what they had going on or what they were doing in their dating situations. And I didn't have a choice to be like, oh man, nah, I ain't finna talk to you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with
But
having
outside
to
of
deal with
somebody
other
having
women.
a
Like,
outside of somebody having an actual being in an actual relationship, what difference do it make if they talking to a bunch of people?
what do you mean? What difference does it make? So
It's a
what difference
serious
does it
question.
make if I
If
say
you
it?
comfortable,
Yeah, for sure.
if you
So
comfortable
when
with
I
it,
say
if I
it,
tell you,
yeah,
what's the difference?
right. Well, what I'm saying is how you have portrayed it to me overall is if a woman does it, men
It's
aren't
a
really
problem.
like being as receptive to it. It's an
Facts.
issue.
Facts.
But if you guys do it, it's a little bit more accepted.
Absolutely.
But overall, for me, for the both of us, for both parties, I want you to be like, nah, be honest with me. Don't stick around. You
Lie.
sticking
Fellas
around
lie.
after I'm giving you this
Fellas lie.
information is not my fault.
Fellas lie. Ladies lie.
They do. Women lie too.
No, I'm telling the audience, lie.
Everyone has the
Lie.
choice and opportunity. No, don't do it. Reconsider. Do not be out here lying. Like, that shit is scary. Like,
This is how
you
all
don't.
right. So I'm gonna give you one more play. If I can't convince you, I can't convince you, right? You should treat this like your body count.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
You should treat
We still
this.
talking about body counts in our 30s?
Look, that's my point. That's my point right there. If a nigga asks me my body count, I'm gonna look at them with Medusa gonna come up. What are you talking about? What? Listen, stop it. Stop it.
Dreaming.
And if a man asks you that, it should be
Not
the
Medusa.
same response. My point is, it's none of your business. Because until you catch me
So,
outside with, Keisha and Mariah, what difference it make? One, two,
here's the thing.
hold up. Two, if we
But
went out on Tuesday, you thought I got rid of everybody? It's Thursday. You really thought I got rid of everybody already, baby? Right?
that's for both parties also. Let your audience know that's for both parties. Like, we not getting rid of everybody by Thursday.
I agree. What I said was this. You should date as many people as you want to until you find what you like. When you find what you like, you should work on cutting off everything on his end strategically, because you can do that as a woman, and vice versa, right? That's the way this game is supposed to be played. Say it again.
I said I like how you said strategically.
Strategically,
because there's strategy behind it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen.
Yeah.
I've dated women who have put undergarments in my couch. I've dated women who have left shoes by the door. I have dated women who take their scrunchie and leave it in the bathroom. I have dated women who put their toothbrush in the bathroom without asking.
That's how we communicate with the other women.
And there's no reason to stop now.
I used to be communicating with bitches with scrunchies and all types of, I'm moving the body wash in the shower to the left side, knowing he like it on the right. Like,
Hold on.
I used to
All right,
communicate with women like that. Like,
we good.
and say you got 10 minutes remaining. But
Yeah,
no, I
we
get
good,
what you're
we
saying.
good.
I definitely get what you're saying. I
But
will even test
that's how
out
you gotta play it.
theory.
That's how you gotta play it. Listen, I understand, right? See, you 32, so you not even young enough to even be trying to change the rules, right? But this how it's played. This how it's played. It's gonna be like this to the end of time. We gotta play the game. It's no two ways around it. It's no two ways around it. The game gotta get played the way the game get played. The rules is not gonna change because you don't want to get your feelings hurt because Johnny wasn't gonna leave none of them bitches anyway.
It's all about fulfillment as well. Are people able to be fulfilled with dating multiple people? Some people don't have the capacity.
Facts.
I'm very much like when I tell you very much single, like very
it
much
might be a dude who want to slide in your DMs tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. She could date one dude and just be happy. I promise. Because her goal is exclusivity. Her goal is a monogamous relationship. She don't want to be with Tom, Dick, and Mike all at the same time.
I didn't say when the goal needs to be attained by, but you know, regardless, it's when I had a man that was on my social media, that never stopped men from sliding in my DMs.
What that got to do with what you doing?
What I'm saying is like any PSA about it might be somebody. You gonna do it regardless. If you want to, you will. You gonna slide.
Okay, let me say this.
It's the game, right?
Let me say this then. My goal with this show is for us to find love and happiness, not just to get to the business. You get what I'm saying? So that's why when I say,
for sure,
let it be clear that you're comfortable with it being exclusive and you're gonna stop.
Oh yeah,
dating 700 dudes. That's why I say that. It's not for no other reason.
You and these numbers are so crazy.
This is a show. It gotta be exaggerated.
Are so crazy.
It gotta be exaggerated. If I say one, it don't even make sense for me to be like, yeah, you messing with Tom and Mike. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a football team for it to be funny. You know?
Yeah. Listen, y'all. We gonna see how it goes. But no, that's I feel what you're saying, and of course, yes, that's the goal. I think that I just have a different view on how we get to that goal.
Can't change the rules. We've been playing this game.
You can't change the rules.
Nah, you can't change the rules. This is the biggest problem with what you want to do. This is the biggest problem with what you want to do. We live in a world with Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So
yeah, for sure.
As fine as you are, right, fellas? I showed the picture already. Like, you see the difference, right? When she put it together, she got it together.
I'm catfishing today.
Right? No, I understand he was working, but be clear, right? When you, I lost my train of thought. Damn.
It's gonna come back.
No,
we were talking about what I was gonna do, what you was telling me.
Oh, okay. That's what I was about to say. All right. In the world that we live in, right? It's not just the 8 girls on my block. It's Instagram. So when I click on your picture, 6 more come up that look just like you. They're your doppelgangers, damn near. So that's where.
Oh yeah.
That's why I ain't got to put up with nobody bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody do. When you look at me, you like, oh, his picture nice. They're gonna be like, yeah, here go 7 twins. So if I come off wrong in the first, you just move to the next. It's the same for men and women. So that's why we gotta still play the game with the rules. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna be honest. Fuck being honest. It's not worth it. What matters is when you tell me we together, it's exclusive now. And when we make that decision together, or you make it for me because you done left the scrunchie and the toothbrush and the heels, that's when it's clear. That's when it need to be clear. Till then, it don't need to be clear.
Oh no, friend. I'm receiving it. I'm really gonna process and meditate on it. I'm really receiving it, you know.
You got my info. You know what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have to add me to the council. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, single ladies, and yeah, you got any friends
I'm
that's
about
married?
to throw you in the group chat.
Yeah. Throw me in the group chat. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna whip all of y'all in shape. Get y'all what y'all looking for out here.
I got a few first dates next week, so I might hit you like, all right, yo, I was honest on Tuesday.
I got you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Don't say this. Don't say that. I'm gonna send you a whole list of what not to say. You know
You
what I'm
so
saying?
funny. No, I appreciate this conversation with you though. Like
Definitely.
I love perspective. Like this is depth for me. Like perspective is
I
the depth that
appreciate it.
I was referring to, right?
I appreciate it.
And
I
so
mean, that's my first time. I normally don't respond to the women. I normally just kind of take what they say and just say how I felt. I don't normally
yeah.
do the stitch like I did. But I appreciate, you know what I mean, you hopping on and being brave enough to, come into the fire a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, nobody scared me for real. Like I deal with backlash of these opinions
That's what's
all
up.
day,
That's what's up.
every
You originally from
day.
Atlanta?
Like I have accountable male friends. Nah, I'm from Detroit.
I figured as much.
I've been in Atlanta 6 years.
Okay. All right, give them your
Yep.
information, man, in case they want to hire you for something. You got the businesses
It's so
popping. Don't. We not about to not advertise now.
Oh, I love the advertisement. So y'all can follow me at It's Pronounced Kayla. I'm sure you'll have the handle. Thank you, because it's long. I'm a private bartender. I'm also a podcast host. Whatever really y'all need. I curate an annual art show called
What's
If My Hair Could Talk. It's called If My Hair Could Talk. It's an art show celebrating Black hair. Thank you. My next show right now
don't get it twisted. It's all hair.
It's for men and women. It's all hair. We have live barbers. So the next show is in Detroit in July 22nd, and then we coming back to Atlanta in January. But that's been my biggest project, my biggest investment and risk right now is expanding this brand. Yeah. So it all ties together. Bartending, being on y'all podcast, getting cussed out on the internet about my dating style. It's a good way to fuck.
All right. Well, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna cut this up, but see y'all on the other side.
Peace. Thank you for having me.